It has been 118 years since the birth of aviation, and during these years, hundreds or thousands of aircrafts have been produced. In this video, we are going to look at 5 prominent aircraft in the history of aviation. So, without any further ado, let's start the video. On number 5, we have the Douglas DC-3. Before the arrival of the DC-3 in 1936, a cross-country flight from Los Angeles to New York required up to 15 extremely tiring stops, airline changes, and 2 or 3 different airplanes. But the DC-3 changed it all. Cause now flying cross-country just took mere 15 hours and only 3 fueling stops. Not only that, this aircraft had supercharged engines and retractable landing gears, which all added up to the best passenger experience of that time. This is also the most mass-produced passenger aircraft of all time. This also had a very successful military variant which was used in World War II. Overall, a pretty legendary aircraft indeed. On number 4, we have the Wright Flyer. The Wright brothers inaugurated the aerial age with the world's first successful flight. The Wright Flyer was the product of a sophisticated 4-year program of research and development conducted by Wilbur and Orville Wright beginning in 1899. The aircraft covered 255 meters or 857 feet in 59 seconds with Wilbur at the controls. The Wrights were the ones who pioneered many basic techniques of modern aviation. Their seminal accomplishment encompassed not only the breakthrough first flight of an airplane, but also the equally important achievement of establishing the foundation of aeronautical engineering. On number 3 we have the Concorde. The Concorde is the first and only supersonic passenger aircraft ever to have flown. It only took 3 hours to fly across the Atlantic instead of 7 hours. Operated by Air France and British Airways, the Concorde was a technological masterpiece but impractical. Supersonic flight is very power-intensive, which basically means that airlines have to spend a lot of money on fuel, which resulted in costly tickets. Not only that, the Concorde was very noisy, which means that it could travel above Mach 1 only when it is above water, away from populated areas. Till date only 14 Concordes were built and flown commercially. This plane took its last flight in 2003, and the remaining Concordes are now kept at public displays or museums. On number 2, we have the Airbus A320. The A320 is a revolutionary aircraft. It was launched in the year 1986. This was the first commercial aircraft to implement the fly-by-wire systems. This system was lighter, more precise, and reliable, reducing a pilot's workload. With digital flight instrument displays, the A320 set a new standard for aircraft design. This was the first aircraft to ever use winglets, which reduced drag, thus saving on fuel. To date, there have been 9,930 A320s built. This aircraft has a total of 4 variants based on its size. The production of it is still going strong. On number 1, we have the legendary queen of the skies, the Boeing 747. The Boeing 747 was twice the size of any existing airliner back in the days. This aircraft was designed long before computer-aided designs ever existed. Engineers had to hand-sketch 75,000 technical drawings. Boeing even built the world's largest building at that time just to manufacture this giant. As the first wide-body airliner, the jumbo jet increased seating capacity, making air travel affordable for the masses. This aircraft has moved more than 3.5 billion people, which is half the population of the entire Earth. The 747 is the most easily distinguishable aircraft because of its hump on the front. It is usually where the first class or business class is found. To date 1,500 747s have been sold, and many more are in order. These days airlines are retiring this aircraft and moving on to more efficient options like the 777 or the A350, but this aircraft is still very much active in the cargo side of aviation. There are also some special 747 variants built, like the Air Force One and the shuttle carrier aircraft. Even though the era of 747 is ending, this aircraft has got its own page in the book of history. So guys, that was it for this video. How do you think of this list? I know I have missed a lot of aircraft, like the DC Comet or the SR-71 Blackbird, but choosing only 5 aircraft was really hard. Other than that, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please leave a like and share this video with all your friends interested in aviation. It really helps the channel grow. Also, don't forget to subscribe and also write down your thoughts in the comment section. Well then, see you guys in the next one. Until then, goodbye.